Good morning. My name is Eva Tan, and I'm the Director of Corporate and Commercial Strategy. First of all, I would like to welcome our shareholders who are viewing this presentation. In the past few months, we've received a lot of interest from new investors who are eager to understand more about the group. IX Biopharma's shareholders have grown from 600 a year ago to more than 1,800 today, and I believe that this is the first AGM for many of you who are joining us today. On behalf of IX Biopharma, I wish to express my appreciation to you for your support. I will now proceed to share my screen. In today's presentation, I'll be providing a company overview for the benefit of our new shareholders. I will then update on the markets we have gained access to and the impact of COVID before summing and concluding the presentation. IX Biopharma is a specialty pharmaceutical company with expertise in drug delivery systems. We have developed a patented sublingual wafer technology, which we call Waferix. We operate a fully integrated model covering drug formulation, clinical studies, regulatory affairs, manufacturing, testing, and sales. Through this model, we are able to achieve competitive advantages through lower cost of sales, better operating efficiencies and quality control, speed to market, and importantly for a company like ours, IP protection. Our strategy is to leverage Waferix to better deliver active compounds of pharmaceutical and nutraceutical products to address unmet medical needs and commercialize these novel products either on our own or in partnership with third parties. This is our GMP Manufacturing Facility, which is situated in Melbourne, Australia, about 40 minutes drive from the Central Business District. Our facility covers a total land area of 12,000 square meters. 3,200 square meters is built into a full pharma-grade TGA licensed GMP facility covering manufacturing, clean rooms, lab testing, warehousing, and administration areas. We have 3,000 square meters of unused land that we can expand into if necessary. IX Syrinx, our Australian subsidiary which operates the manufacturing unit, owns an extensive suite of state-of-the-art equipment, including tablets, capsules, freeze-drying and packaging machines. Syrinx has built impressive specialized manufacturing capabilities to produce our patented sublingual wafers using a proprietary freeze-drying process. Our experienced team of 24 highly trained professionals support with technical know-how and expertise. Underpinning IX Biopharma's various products is the Waferix drug delivery platform technology. Waferix is a novel, patented, non-invasive and fast-dissolving sublingual wafer that delivers active compounds safely via the oral mucous membrane located under the tongue. It is a proven and validated technology which is utilized in our registered and listed products such as Wafesil, which is an approved medicine in Australia. We invented Waferix to overcome the disadvantages of other common drug delivery methods. Intravenous drug delivery through injections or IV drips is the fastest way to get a drug into the system. Unfortunately, it is invasive and expensive and needs to be performed by trained medical professionals in a hospital or at a clinical setting. Oral drug delivery through capsules or tablets are the most common. They are convenient to consume and inexpensive to produce. However, certain active molecules cannot be effectively delivered through oral methods. This is because after swallowing, the actives break down and are lost in the GI tract due to first-pass metabolism by the liver. This results in low bioavailability and variability, meaning low and unpredictable absorption. Active molecules that are delivered using our Waferix technology are rapidly absorbed into the bloodstream, avoiding first-pass liver metabolism as the molecules bypass the GI tract. Drugs delivered using Waferix have the potential to achieve rapid therapeutic action, predictable effect, and increased bioavailability. In addition, the Waferix dosage form is convenient and easy to use, suitable for both in-clinic and at-home use. Waferix will power 3 growth engines for the group: pharmaceuticals, cannabis, and nutraceuticals. In our pharmaceuticals portfolio, we have Wafermine, which is under development in the US, Wafesil, which we have registered in Australia and out-licensed to our Chinese partner, and a whole suite of other super generics that we can develop either ourselves or with partners for various therapeutic areas and markets. In the cannabis segment, our suite of sublingual cannabis wafers is a world's first and are supplied for medicinal use in Australia, and in other parts of the world, they may be supplied as wellness supplements. Our nutraceuticals arm, Entity Health, currently has 13 products in the lineup. Waferix-based products include Luminix, which has seen strong uptake in China. All these products benefit from competitive advantages of the sublingual wafer. Fast disintegration, rapid onset of therapeutic action, ease of use. We have sold more than 1 million wafers across Australia, Singapore, and China. The products meet the highest quality and safety standards. They are Australian made, GMP, vegetarian, gluten-free, and even halal certified. We would also like to update shareholders on the potential out-licensing of Wafermine. To recap, Wafermine is a sublingual ketamine drug that we are developing in the US for the treatment of acute, moderate to severe pain. During the year, we achieved an extremely important milestone, which is critical in our efforts to out-license Wafermine to a third party. We had a successful end of phase 2 meeting with the FDA in the US at the end of 2019. We received the FDA's written outcome of the meeting in December, in which they agreed with IX's proposed phase 3 clinical program. This means that we and our partners now have clarity of the FDA requirements for the last lap and the most critical development stage of Wafermine. We're now seeking to license Wafermine to a suitable third party. In preparation for the out-licensing, we have commissioned an independent valuation of the asset and appointed a licensing financial advisor to assist the group with searching for an appropriate partner for the US and other markets who can fund and complete the development of Wafermine and commercialize the drug thereafter. 2020 has been a year of transformation for the group as we push to commercialize the products we have developed. In execution of the strategy to focus on the 3 drivers of growth, the team worked to gain access to new markets. In April, we entered the China pharmaceutical market with Wafesil, our sublingual sildenafil wafer for the treatment of male erectile dysfunction. We closed our first out-licensing of Wafesil to our Chinese partner, Yiling Pharmaceutical, which has a strong sales force covering hundreds of thousands of pharmacies and medical centers across China. We also commenced the sale of Wafesil and also Silcap in Australia through telemedicine. Telemedicine is where patients consult with and obtain prescriptions from doctors digitally, and medicine is delivered to their homes. Telemedicine adoption is on the rise, spurred by the pandemic. Other than China and Australia, we have also filed Wafesil for registration in Europe. In our drug portfolio, we also have Silcap, which is a sildenafil drug for male erectile dysfunction delivered in a novel small capsule. We have submitted a drug for approval by the HSA in Singapore and expect to receive marketing approval this quarter. Our nutraceuticals sector, Entity Health, sells a line of condition-specific supplements, each with scientifically backed formulation. Each product is designed to help consumers achieve perceptible change. Entity is sold in more than 250 stores across Australia. In April, we leveraged Entity's Australian heritage and the Australian reputation for quality and safety to launch 2 flagship stores on Tmall Global and JD Worldwide. These are cross-border e-commerce platforms that allow Entity to sell into China without registration. Tmall and JD together command 85% of the cross-border e-commerce market. Since launch, we have observed strong uptake and demand from Chinese consumers for 2 of our leading products, Luminix and Waferix. Luminix, which is a sublingual glutathione wafer for skin beauty and fairness, has seen steady sales and uptake. Our initial stock of Luminix was sold out at launch and again during the June 618 sales event. In fact, the demand for the product has outstripped our current production capacity, and we're currently constrained from fully leveraging the sales potential of the product. The other product, Waferix, is a tablet supplement containing nicotinamide. Waferix is designed to increase NAD levels in the body for improved energy and vitality, DNA, and cellular repair. NAD products are gaining a following in China after Harvard geneticists called it the closest thing to the fountain of youth. Another exciting and significant breakthrough that we achieved during the year is the launch of our medicinal cannabis wafers in Australia. The adoption and use of cannabis for medicinal and wellness purposes is a global phenomenon which is growing in many countries, such as the US, Canada, Europe, and Australia. Our product, Sativa, is a broad-spectrum cannabidiol sublingual wafer delivered using Waferix. Sativa is the world's first freeze-dried medicinal cannabis sublingual wafer. The launch of Sativa was covered by Australia's national news network, 9 News. The launch is significant because of the uniqueness of Sativa's delivery format. Currently, products available to patients in the market come in the form of flowers which can be toxic and variable in absorption when smoked or vaporized, and oils, tinctures, and capsules, all of which have low and variable absorption or a slow onset of effect. Because Sativa is formulated with Waferix, it offers a highly differentiated and superior dosage form that achieves rapid disintegration and maximum sublingual absorption, fast, predictable therapeutic action, ease of use, and discretion. Sativa is supplied through the Special Access Scheme and Authorized Prescriber Pathway in Australia, where doctors are prescribing it to patients for anxiety and chronic pain, among other conditions. COVID-19 has been devastating for many industries. It has changed the way the world conducts business. On the positive side, we see that there is an increased demand for certain healthcare therapies, instruments, and other material that are related to COVID treatments. Healthcare and biopharmaceutical sectors are also seeing a wave of investor interest across the world, and also in Singapore as investors realize the long-term fundamentals supporting the sector remain intact. At the same time, like everyone else, we have been greatly challenged by the pandemic. For example, global supply chains have been disrupted due to closed borders and other government restrictions on work and travel. We too have intermittently experienced delivery delays and logistics cost increases. This has led to unpredictability and longer lead times in the supply of raw materials and finished products. We're working to manage the impact through forecasting and scenario planning. Another major impact is to the delay to our capacity expansion. This has been particularly significant because of the demand for Luminix and Sativa, which has exceeded our wafer production capacity. We had planned for an expansion of production capacity by installing new wafer production equipment in early 2020. However, due to Australia border restrictions, the expansion has been delayed. We had tried for several months without success to apply for travel exemptions and visas for our equipment supplier. When the state of Victoria went into its second round of lockdown, we then started to evaluate and negotiate with the supplier alternative arrangements that would enable the installation of the equipment safely and effectively without the need for foreign travel. We are pleased to report that our supplier has agreed to installation of the equipment by qualified third-party engineers located in Australia. Work has already commenced, and the expansion of capacity is on track to complete by first quarter 2021, barring deterioration of business conditions due to COVID. On completion, wafer capacity is expected to increase by 6-fold, enabling economies of scale. Restrictions on travel also have an impact on deal making. The group has received strong interest in the Waferix technology for its superior drug delivery from companies located in the US, China, EU, and the UK. Unfortunately, during this period, face-to-face meetings, which are the essential element of deal making, are just not possible. Face-to-face meetings are especially important to the Chinese, where guanxi remains paramount. The world has changed due to COVID, and business practices also have to adapt. Time will tell if substantial deals can be executed successfully. Certainly, video conferencing can start a deal process, but we don't know if closing deals will be difficult without trust being established and when due diligence is limited to virtual data rooms only. In summary, despite a very challenging and unpredictable 2020, the group has had a remarkable year as it built and gained access to high-growth markets and continues to push for commercialization. The achievements this year have certainly laid the groundwork for IX Biopharma to emerge from the pandemic stronger. In September 2020, IX strengthened its balance sheet with a $10.2 million placement. The group will use these funds to support the three growth engines that power the group. Firstly, the group has its lead product under development, Wafermine, which we are in the process of global out-licensing. Secondly, is the group's sublingual cannabis for medicinal and wellness users. Cannabis is a consumer-driven global phenomenon, and we have a disruptive, market-leading line of products powered by the Waferix sublingual technology. These are highly differentiated from existing products in the market, such as oils and vapes. The markets include Australia, which we are currently already supplying into, Europe, and the United States. Thirdly, we have our nutraceuticals business and super generics. Today's consumer demands for better and safer drug administration. Our Waferix technology is a more effective dosage form and is ideal for extending drug product life cycles. This segment has great potential for growth in China, as well as other markets like Australia, Europe, and Singapore. I think it's clear that the group has an exciting roadmap for growth. We have the products, the plan, the funds, and the access. As they say, all our ducks are now lined up in a row. We now look forward to executing and delivering value to our shareholders. With that, I've come to the end of the presentation. Thank you for your attention and have a wonderful day.